probably last year, and around September of last year, we were kind of in a place with just in life where we were just trying to discern what was God leading us to do next, and really sensed that God was calling us to Hampton, which is our hometown. And so around September was when we really started to get a sense of what God wanted to do with us, which was to plant a church. And we had no idea what that would look like. We had no clue what we were going to do and what was the next step. But it was just as clear as day. And we talked to some really close friends of ours and some advisors, some of our pastors as well. And they just really kind of confirmed it for us. And so from that point on, around September of last year, we just said, okay, God, this is what you've called us to do, and we're going to go ahead and trust you in faith, and the rest was history.
Just looking at our team, I think we've seen that God has challenged people to take large steps of faith. And so, like, the bridge started with us taking a large step of faith and just really just saying, okay, God, you're calling us to do this. It doesn't make sense in the practical. The numbers don't add up, but okay, we're going to do it. And as a result, the bridge has happened. And now we've seen people who are part of that initial team of helping us get the bridge started who have done the same thing, who are like, okay, God's calling me to Hampton. I'm quitting my job. I'm moving to Hampton. I don't have anywhere to stay. I don't have a car. I don't have anything. And all of those things have been provided. And so it's just been awesome to see how our step of faith has caused others to be like, I can do it too. And seeing how God's blessing them as a result has been great.
I kind of had the idea of reaching out to Pastor Freddie because I just believed in connecting with other local pastors in the area. And it seemed like the writing was on the wall because we already had relationships there. And so
for us, it was just like, hey, Edwin, what would the Bridge Church need from us? And I think for us, that has just involved some conversations for the most part, or just some coaching, some relationship building, and just kind of being there for him as he has any questions, giving him access to our staff, saying, hey, if we have it, you guys can use it. If it's, if you have any questions about children's ministry, get with our children's ministry director. If you have questions about student ministry, you know, just basically giving them full access to our people and just saying, however we can help you, we'd love to. And Edwin, I think, has been very proactive about securing resources, and so he didn't really need that as much as he needed just some information and coaching and access to our team and our processes and things like that, and just being able to bounce off of each other and really just encourage each other. I think, you know, that's probably the biggest thing, that he encourages me, and I've been able to hopefully encourage him some too. You know, I know that they were making impact in that community even before they launched, just in relationship building and being a church that really connects with Phoebus and really has a heart for, you know, him, and he's from Phoebus, and so he really, that's really like coming home and being a part of something that is close to your heart, and I think that translates very quickly. I know they face some challenges with school and, you know, and having to adjust things, and so I just, to see him grow through those challenges, I think is probably the biggest thing, to see him keep his head high and keep his faith strong, even when at the last minute they're like, oh, by the way, now you guys can't use this section or this area, to be able to just keep saying, well, now we got to find a creative solution to that. I've yet to see Edwin get discouraged about any setbacks, but just say, well, you know, it's just, we're going to have to figure out another way. And I think that demonstrates his character. As far as impact on the community, I think it's still really early in, but I know they're already hit the ground running. People's lives are being transformed. People who are far from God are getting drawn close to God again. And to me, that's what it's all about.
And I think it's just been awesome to see local churches support local churches. And there's no jealousy or envy amongst them, but just we're all about, you know, getting people connected to God, and everybody has that same kingdom perspective.
Since we've planted the church, our vision for the church has been to be a multicultural and multi-generational church. We have seen that every Sunday, just in pockets of diversity and just pockets of division, just on a smaller level. And so it's happening, and it's